Mike, it seemed like frustrations were a little more evident today, losing your tie, things like that. Where was the frustration level?
I didn't lose it. I took it off.
Well, took it off.
I mean, I don't know where it is now. It may be lost, but we are. We're a frustrated team. I think that's a reasonable thing to expect from a team who got off to a good start and hasn't been able to figure it out, especially in conference play. So, we got another game to prepare for, and so while that's still the possibility, the case, we'll continue to work hard and try to improve.
What was your argument during that sequence?
You talking about
The play where they reversed it on the foul.
I mean, again, from my vantage point, it looked like a very similar play to the one that happened at the very start of the game. I'll go back and look. The officials work hard. I'm assuming they feel like they made the right call. In the moment, I didn't have a chance to see the review, so I don't know what happened exactly.
Mike, Manic got off to a big start. This Oklahoma team hadn't been playing great on offense. Did that sort of relieve the pressure valve on all of them? Because like Reeves had a better game, Williams, I mean, all kinds of people got going after Manic got going.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you need. It's what we need. We need somebody to kind of grab the bull by the horn, so to speak, and say, I'm gonna be the guy that gets us going in the right direction. Right now, we don't have that. We've got some guys kind of looking around, maybe waiting for someone else. And when you don't have a confident group, you don't really have someone who's ready to step out there and take that risk. Because if it doesn't work out, right? If he doesn't make the first 3 or 4 and it doesn't go well, maybe he kind of gets some blame. And obviously a pretty courageous approach by him to today's game.
Tom is one of the guys that's still trying to be positive. How would you describe the team morale right now?
I don't know. I don't get into morale. I mean, I think this was talked about the other day. It's really not important. They have a job to do. For the most part, the guys are here on scholarship to work hard, represent this university, and then on game day perform at the highest level they can. And we're obviously not doing that. And so, however that makes them feel, if it's a woe is me, then too bad. Get over it, because probably be off tomorrow because the NCAA tells us we have to be. But on Monday, we're gonna show up. I'm gonna have a practice plan that tries to help these guys get better, try to bring a great attitude, and get ready for the next game.
What do you think made Brady Manic so tough to defend right off the bat like that?
He's a really good player. He's played well against us, for the most part. Certainly here every year. So he's a good player. I mean, I think he's 6'9" or whatever it is, and can get a shot off pretty quick. And he made his first few without much resistance. And good basketball players. It only takes 1, sometimes 2, to make you feel like whatever was bothering you before is over.
Thomas mentioned communication on defense was part of the problem. Is that what you saw? What else did you see?
Yeah, I mean, it's been an issue for this team, particularly in moments of adversity. Guys tend to go into their own shells instead of wrapping their arms around each other. And, we've done everything so far that we can. We'll continue to search for new methods of creating that adversity in practice. The truth of the matter is, you can't simulate the game. You just can't. And we can put them in situations that make things hard as much as we want in practice. When the game's on the line and they got to do it with people in the building, and somebody's got to maybe grab somebody by the collar and say, no, you can't do that, or this is what we're doing now, that's an important missing ingredient for us right now.
I know you ended up being 3 for 13, but down low offensively, he looked more assertive. So what did you think of his play, especially with him struggling with some confidence, earlier on?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's more of kind of the same for us. I feel like our game plans are solid. We felt like we had the size advantage. On paper, it looks that way to me. And we got more guys that want to play inside or that are capable of producing inside. And that's what we try to do to attack. We got the ball into the paint to Cam in the first possession. I mean, York took 13 shots, and I don't know if any but one of them were outside the paint. We just got to score those baskets. So I'm proud of him for getting it there. We just got to keep working with him so that we get the result that we all need for us to have the success that we're looking for.
What went into the lineup change?
You hit on it first. We're searching. We're trying to figure out what the missing ingredient is. We talked about for the last 3 days just competing as hard as you can, and the guys that competed the hardest in practice for that time period since we played again, got the opportunity to go out there and start the game for us.
Mike, did you compete today like you wanted to? Did your guys give you the energy you needed in a game like this?
I feel like we competed well. I don't know if we competed enough in moments that we needed to win. And it's as simple as Brady Manek's first 3 shots, I think, were uncontested. And that doesn't sound like a schematic thing. Well, we know what to do. Can we be competitive enough to then make sure it happens in the moment? And that's the disconnect for us right now.
You guys were probably at your best at defending Manek whenever ice was on him. Is that something that you thought of coming in, or is that something, an adjustment you kind of made on the fly?
A little bit of both. It's something I thought about. We didn't really necessarily work at doing that. We don't have a guy like him to simulate what he does in practice. So it was something we knew we could go to. But again, we're asking an awful lot of that young man. Still coming back. He's getting better and stronger and more confident. But to ask him to carry the load on both ends of the floor, which he's capable of doing. But the truth is, we got to have more guys that we can point to and say, hey, why don't you take on this responsibility today? And we're not there yet.
Did Lindy get banged up?
He did. He obviously didn't return after he got hit in the face there. And so I'm not going to get ahead of the trainers and doctors. We'll wait to hear what they tell me tomorrow. And when they tell me he's ready to play or practice, that's when he'll do that.
Is it concussion protocol or anything like that? Or
I mean, I haven't heard those words. Just told he wasn't going to be able to return. So I'm not going to speak that language because I don't know. I'd be irresponsible on my part to say that. I think the kid wanted to play, but I think they wanted to make sure. And that's, at the end of the day, win or lose, the right thing to do is look after these kids.